Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25. Welcome back to our New Frontier Survival Challenge here at Hidden Spring Timbers. My name is Smart Elite 43, and tonight, in the last episode, you guys may remember we built the log cabin finally. But what you may not have realized is we did a lot of work off screen to kind of clean up the areas a little bit. So let me go over a couple of the changes that we made. First of all, the trailer's gone. It's gone. It's just over. There's no more trailer. No more trailer! The second thing we did is we went around and we made sure that the grass is now all the way up to the edge of the water. Slightly inside the water in some places, but that's fine. Grass grows into water occasionally. It's okay. But I feel like we have the perfect little starting area now to begin making things BEA beautiful. But we have some other things that we need to go over before we get into today's episode. First of all, we have this little sawmill over here who's been a staple for our channel up to this point. Everything that we've done has revolved around this little sawmill doing good things for us. But unfortunately for the sawmill, this sawmill is going away. It has served its purpose well. So we're going to move this pallet of planks out the way for the time being. But this is going away today. There's no reason for us to keep this around. Also, this weight is probably going to need to be moved. So maybe we grab Little Red. Where's Little Red hiding? There's Little Red. Alright. Jump to the trailer real quick. We'll go pick that up. After all, I mean, it is Little Red's weight to begin with. Only reason I haven't sold the weight is because you never know. You never know on a farm like this when you might need a weight. You probably don't need it ever again, but I'd rather keep it around and then never need it than to not keep it around and then need it someday, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're going to just go ahead and drop this right over here. For the time being. Cut down a Little Red as well. So, the sawmill is going to go away, and we're just going to do that right out the gate. Mainly because there's no reason for this little sawmill anymore. Everything that we've done up to this point has gotten us what we needed the sawmill for, which is to build this cabin. So now that we're done with it, we don't need the sawmill anymore. Now, we could still fill this up, but honestly, it's not worth it. The low production output of this thing just isn't worth keeping running any longer. So, it's gone. $13,000 extra in the bank right out the gate. Now, I will bring a thing over here. We're going to make sure that we hoe that up real quick. Or subsoil that, I should say. So, let's grab that. Just super quick little detail work. You guys know the deal. All stuff that we've done before. Oh, the attachments on this side. And we're going to be doing quite a bit of work here and there. I don't know if we're going to be doing this work right away where we want to make everything pretty over here. I want to do a little bit of forestry clearing before we get into that, I think. But yeah, right out the gate, this is going away. So we want to allow create fields. Want to pull forward, drop that down, and go straight ahead. There's a couple of reasons why we're doing this. But that'll become evident later on. Maybe not today, but it'll become evident later on. All right. So now that we've got that done, I'm going to go ahead and drop this for the time being. Let me limit it to fields so that it doesn't destroy... Well, this is all technically a field, so it probably would have destroyed it anyway. But now we're going to go into construction. We're going to do a little bit of landscaping to... Whoops. Soften the area. It'll cost us a little bit of money, but it shouldn't be too bad. Just kind of soften the area a little bit. Perfect. Now we take big green, or little green, I guess. This is little green because we're going to have a bigger green at some point. But we'll take a little green over here. We'll grab our grass planter, and we're going to plant that area that we just worked on. Come on, little green. You can do it. Unfold. All right. And then we just plant this area right here. Perfect. Alright, so that area is now fixed. It will grow in as grass and fill in just like the rest of everything that we've done. And for now, I think this is a perfect spot to say that we're not going to be doing the beautification just yet. There's a lot of little things that I'd like to get done today, but we also need to do a lot more logging to get some money. Because one of the things that I want to do next is to actually buy the property to the south. Let me show you guys on the mini map, or on the big map, I should say. So if we go to our farmland here, we currently own these 3 pieces of land, but I really want to buy this piece. It's $104,000, which is all we need. 2 truckloads, no problem. 1 truckload potentially if we had a really, really good truckload, but 2 truckloads, no problem. This is done. Right? And we're capable of doing that really quickly. And then we buy this, and then we can work on putting our yard area potentially down here. Because we already talked about doing a yard area down here at the bottom, where we have the little silo set up and all of our machines and stuff set down there. You can see how nice and flat that is, and I feel like that would be a good place for a yard area. Now, obviously, our work area that we're currently working on is over here, which is off to the other side completely. So instead of the yard being over here where we want it, some would say that the yard would be better suited to being over in this direction because this is where we're currently working. But the good thing about planting trees is we can plant the trees pretty much anywhere. So we can always go back and readjust where the trees are going to be. But for now, the trees are over here. But permanent sort of deal, I want our yard area to be over here. Mainly because I want to be able to look down from our cabin, like here, look down over the area, have a nice grassland. You'll see the road eventually coming in because you know how we got the road going across the map. You'll see the road coming in, cutting across, going to the yard area. There'll be a nice little road up to the cabin as well. We haven't set that in yet. I don't know exactly how that's going to look, but I do want to bring a road up to the cabin. It's gonna be a whole thing. We got big plans. I'm gonna make everything, and then of course we're gonna add in some trees and some decorations and stuff to make the area look nice. But that's all like long term. For now, though, the goal is simple. I want to buy this piece of property to make the yard possible. We're going to use this area down here as a place to put a yard. But we've got a long ways to go to make that possible. So, for now, we just jump in old Mac over here, get ourselves in a good position, which, honestly, I don't know where a good position is, but somewhere in here should be fine. And we're going to load up all these logs, which, if you remember correctly, in the last episode, we cut all the logs to 6 meters to make them a little bit easier to deal with. And we have removed all the tops sections out and put them out of the way. Okay? So, today, this should go a lot easier. All right, here we go. Load number 2. Mac coming in hot. $54,000 that time. It was a little better. Actually, no, it wasn't. That was worse. That was worse than the previous load. We had, what, 60,000 in the previous load? All right, though, we're at $154,000, which means we do have enough to buy that property, but I think I want to call an audible. I know I said I wanted to buy that property, but we don't really have the money to do anything with that property just yet. So it doesn't make sense to buy the property just yet. I think I want to potentially look into buying a wood chipper and some sort of tippable trailer of some sort. I think that is probably a better investment for us because I've heard that wood chips are incredibly profitable. Some have said that wood chips are more profitable than the logs themselves. Now, I don't know if that's true, but we are going to need a wood chipper to get rid of the toppers because I don't feel like throwing those toppers onto a tree. So what I was thinking is, as we cut all these trees down into logs and load them onto trucks, we're always going to have those topper pieces, right? So why not go ahead and get a wood chipper now? And the other good thing that the wood chipper would be for when we're deforesting an area, rather than cutting everything into logs and taking them up there and dealing with all that. Why not just turn them into wood chips? You know? That's my thought process. But, yeah, let's see what it takes. I have not looked into this until just now. As you can see, I've got quite a few over here ready to be loaded onto the next truck as well. But we're starting to get these piles of toppers. You can see them all over the place. Piles of toppers everywhere. And this is a prime example of what I was just talking about. So, let's get into see what we could do with a potential wood chipper. So, how much is a wood chipper? I have no idea. Wood chippers. Forestry. Aha! Wood chippers. Is it not here? Oh, right there. Wood chippers. All right, so we got a couple of options. We got a $110,000 option here, which is kind of ridiculous. It requires 150 horsepower, but it looks like it would have the ability to be... Oh, yeah, it's got a ball hitch, too. We could hook this up. I don't think the PTO would work, but in theory, we'd be able to hook this up to Bessie. Okay, so that's a thought. Okay, the other thing is this is a mod. The Vermeer BC1000XL mod wood chipper has a just a straight up wood chipping attachment. It doesn't look like anything too crazy. I've never even used a wood chipper in this game, so I have no idea what this thing is capable of, but it kind of looks like you have some sort of a belt system in the back, maybe? No? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. I'll be real honest, but it does have a 50-liter tank, according to the little thing. It only requires 87 horsepower, so we could potentially get that for $38,000. This doesn't have a tank and costs a lot more. But, as you can see, this little top piece is also hydraulically actuated. This is kind of like a wood chipper forester harvester, or, you know, forestry, or forager harvester. Good Lord. Couldn't think. But, yeah, this one is a pin hitch. This cannot be hauled by Bessie. This one potentially could be hauled by Bessie. I think we get this thing. Let's get this one. It is expensive, but I think it'll do everything we need to do and potentially more. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab that now. $110,000. Again, it was an audible. I may regret this, but... you know, sometimes you got to break some eggs to make an omelet, is all I'm saying. So let's go ahead and drop the trailer, take old Bessie here. We should be able to hook up to it. Now, surely Bessie not having a PTO would not allow me to run. By the way, this would be Bessie's first trip down the main road. Like, we've never actually driven down our little dirt road with Bessie. I don't know what Bessie's thinking. Oh, God. I'm not used to driving this thing at this speed. Usually I'm loaded down with wood. Dude, Bessie is absolutely getting it down this dirt road. Rally cross. I do love Bessie, man. Bessie has been such an absolute beast for us the entire series. She's done everything we needed. She's an animal. But now that we're here, the moment of truth has arrived. Now, Bessie does not have a PTO. So in theory, she should not be able to run this. But she does have a ball hitch. And, oh no. Alright. I mean, it was worth a shot, right? But, to be honest, that is a freaking ball hitch. Okay? So in theory, this would work. But I get it. I get it. Okay, well, that's an oopsie. So much for the only reason that I even tried to get this one and spend all that extra money. But it's fine. We got a wood chipper. We're going to be able to start making some wood chips. We also need a trailer, though. I need to look into what it will cost for a Lizard TARDIS tipper trailer. Because I want to have a massive trailer. So that we don't ever have to, we don't have to constantly go back and forth when we're wood chipping. I just want to fill that trailer all the way up and be done with it, you know? So we're going to go up here. Bessie just ran all the way across the map and back in no time flat. That's why Bessie was so crucial early on. She's so good at getting across the map. But, yep, now we got to get Lil Green here. Lil Green can run that wood chipper, no problem. We'll get Lil Green over there. And then let's look at trailers in a second. I know I have the Lizard TARDIS mod installed because we already used the Lizard TARDIS trailer, or water barrel. So what I want to look at is driving off the map while I'm trying to like look through the thing. Trailers. Yep, there it is. I saw it. I saw it. All right, trailers all the way to the bottom. I want the fixed tandem axle. That thing. Is it capable of holding wood chips? I need to just get to where we're going first, because otherwise I'm going to end up crashing. Let's just get where we're going. What I would really like to see is if the wood chipper has the ability to have something attached to it. So can we, in theory, hook up to the wood chipper with the tractor and then hook a trailer up to the wood chipper so that we can do all of the things all at once? Have us a little wood chipper train going. That would be ideal. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to try. All right, Lil Green. Let's see what you got, sunshine. All right, so we can hook up to this. And this does have a pin hitch. Oh, it's so good. All right, well, in that case, how much is it going to $30,000? No problem. Oops, don't want to change that. Want to go to, nope, I don't care about that either. I want XL capacity. 200,000 liters can fold into this. $35,000 is what it's going to cost. No problem. And the best part is, in theory, we can now hook up to the trailer Oh, you can. You can totally do this. Oh, yes. Remove that. And if we were to, I don't know, put the pipe out. Nope. Is it going to auto to the trailer? It totally is. Oh my God, we are set. We're golden. We're golden, folks. Little Green's going to get over to the farm. We're going to start picking some stuff up and seeing what we can do with wood chips for the time being. Now, again, I never bought this for the sole purpose of grabbing, like, wood chips out of the main logs. We could absolutely do something like that. We do have a grapple arm. So if I wanted to do, like, wood chips with whole trees, like, say we want to do some deforesting, I could just cut the whole tree down and then feed it directly into the wood chipper as a whole tree. Now, obviously, I wouldn't do that with my my lodgepole pines. I'm just saying that in theory, that's how that would work. So, like, when we're cutting down all these Scotch pines and stuff, clearing an area, we could just turn it into wood chips. But we're going to start by trying to figure out exactly how much like wood chips we're going to get out of the toppers of our forestry area that we've been cutting all the stuff off of. Now, obviously, the next downside is, pretty sure that this is a pin hitch only, because it is hooked into a pin hitch. So I think we have to have a tractor that's going to be a little bit faster than Little Green here, if we're going to run a wagon back and forth across map. But given the amount of wood chips we're going to be able to hold, it may not be a problem at all. Like, if we just pull alongside our little stacks here that I've made nice and pretty, and we just unfold and turn on the wood chipper. Now, in theory, I just pick these up and yeet them into the wood chipper. And then that turns into the wood chips into the back. And as you can see, it goes pretty quick. Now, unfortunately, I can't move while this is unfolded, I guess. So we gotta fold it back up to move, which is fine. But then we just move forward to our next stack, unfold it, turn it on, do it all over again. Once you get the hang of, like, dropping this stuff on there, it's not that bad. It does get a little bit crazy at times, but you can load quite a bit real quick when it comes to these little toppers. And again, I don't have super strength or anything like that. These are just the top sections of the trees. They'd only weigh 106 kilograms. You can lift up to 200 kilograms in this game, so that's how I'm picking these up. And we've already got over 11,000 liters of wood chips. And that's just 2 piles of our toppers. Now I don't know how much it's gonna like cost, or how much wood chips it's gonna like take to do what we're doing or whatever. But if we can make a decent amount of money off of this, whoops, I hit the wrong button. Meant to hit the other X button. That's not how that works. Gotta go in the machine there, bud. I said in the machine. Oh, you're just being difficult, ain't you? Get in the machine. But you seem to get quite a few wood chips out of even these little chunks. Alright, we got that picked up. And we got this little pile right here. I goofed that. Need to be going this direction. Put the door on the other side. There we go. We just pick this up, start feeding the stuff into the wood chipper again. Now, was it worth it to get this instead of the other one? I don't know. I don't know which would have been better. One's cheaper, obviously, but I'm not sure which is better. But we can make short work of all this stuff. And best part is we can keep this thing relatively nearby, and then as we make those little toppers, we can just throw them into the wood chipper. But in that short amount of time, we made 27,000 liters of wood chips. Let's just see what kind of like money that would be. Let's go in, save. This is our first save of the day. That was kind of dumb of me. Imagine if we'd have crashed and I'd have lost all my progress. Would have been sadness. But let's go down and find the wood chips and see how much they sell for. All right, wood chips can sell for as little as $167 per 1,000 liters, all the way up to $556. So obviously we'd want to wait to sell our wood chips until January, it seems like, when they're at their peak. But doing some quick math, we should be able to figure out how much we've got. So we've got, what did we say? 27,000 liters. So we just take 27 and then multiply that by 556. That's $15,000 right there in wood chips. That's not bad. And it's really not difficult to do. So I think we keep this nearby for the time being. And then as we cut down more trees, we'll just throw the toppers in here. And just wood chip them up. But just out of curiosity, you know. See, we're at 27,327 currently. We do have one extra log sitting over there. You know what? Let's fold this thing out. Turn it on. Whoops. Turn it on. Let's jump in the old excavator, pick up that one log and feed it into this and see if A, it'll take it, and B, how much we're going to get out of it. So 27,000 liters currently. How much will this one 6-meter log give us? Now this is the base of a tree, so in theory this will be the most chunky section of a tree. But surely it'll pick it, right? Like if I just bring this over here, you know, we rotate it around. I don't know if it's got a weight limit, but we're about to test it. Oh my God, it works. All right, so we went from 27,000 liters to how much? $30,000 liters. So if we get 3,000 liters of wood chips for every 6-meter length log, and that 3,000, let's just kind of do a little bit more math. So 3,000, so 3 times 556, that's $1,600 for every 6-meter log. You usually get 6 of those. Now, I'm not guaranteed to get this exact thing, so that'd be $10,000 a tree. I mean, this sounds about right. I don't know if it's actually going to be any better to do it this way than doing logging, but it doesn't seem like it'd be that much worse. Now, obviously, the downside is with logging, I can just pick all these trees up, you know, multiples at a time, throw them on the truck, ship them out. I think this is actually a good spot to kind of call this episode for you guys. I need your help. I need to know what you guys think. What do you guys think? Did I make a good investment with this wood chipper? Obviously, we needed it for the toppers. That's for sure. What in the world are you doing? Oh, is it trying to just, like, constantly change because of the thing? Yeah, let me, put that away real quick. Otherwise, it's going to keep chirping at us. But I think this is a good spot. Like, it's obviously, I know we didn't really make a lot of progress today. We ended up on a you know, fancy little audible. But I think it's going to be worth it in the long run, especially for deforesting. When we go deforesting the areas, I feel like this wood chipper is going to pay for itself real quick. Like, we're just being able to cut a tree down, feed it directly. If I do it correctly, I should be able to take and cut the tree down and feed it directly into this wood chipper right from the harvester header. If I do it correctly, okay? But only time's going to tell. But I want to know from you guys what you guys think about this decision. Did I make the right call? Did I not make the right call? I don't know. I'm a little bit anxious. But let me know down in the comments below. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.